Good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where we have a room full. Excited about that. And first off here on the program, because you drew the short straw, I think. Yes, is our good friend Nick Rupert. And we are going to be talking about the Vinton County Airshow, which is coming up this coming Sunday at the Vinton County Airport. And you brought a sidekick today.
Yes, I brought RJ Camp, and he is a student pilot at the Vinton County Airport, and he had his longest flight this week, got to fly 4 hours.
That is incredibly exciting.
And RJ is in high school, and Vinton County High School, and has been knocking around at the airport for 8 years now, believe it or not.
So, like when you were in diapers then?
Basically, yeah.
I think it was like 9 years old when you first came up.
That is wild. How'd you get involved in that?
My uncle was up here for a few years, so.
Okay, so it was just kind of following your family around.
Yep.
And somehow you got voluntold to mow and all that stuff, and here you are today learning to fly.
Right.
That's what we're all about.
That is so exciting.
Trying to get young people involved in aviation, and that's one of the reasons that we have the air show, because people in southeastern Ohio really do not see many small aircraft operations, and our air show features small piston-powered aircraft. And it's the old barnstorming aircraft. It's not the jet airplanes that make noise and scream by. These guys are aerial acrobats.
And insane, but that's another story.
Yes, and we have some of the best of them.
The best of the insane are up there at the Vinton County Air Show.
We have Emerson Stewart III from Red Stewart Field over in Waynesville, Ohio, and he's been a staple for many, many years. And then we have Brett Hunter, who has been flying at the Vinton County Air Show for about 10 years now, and he flies an RV-6. And then we have the Crazy Cuban.
Are we allowed to say that in today's world?
Maybe not. But,
okay.
It's water.
Hey, if he calls himself that, it's fair.
He calls himself that, the Crazy Cuban. Rod Lacerda flies a Pitts, and he does a fantastic job. This is a paper airplane with a 540 cubic inch motor in it.
Did you say a paper airplane?
Yeah, it's a fabric covered airplane. It's covered in setonite, and it's a little bi-wing aircraft, and it flies. I mean, it's just like a streak. Makes lots of smoke, lots of noise, and Tico puts on a great show.
Awesome.
And then we have Mike Hartman, who's flying Ryan Navion, and the Ryan Navion was developed during World War II as a trainer for the P-51 Mustang.
Okay.
Has the same flight characteristics and the wing shape as the P-51. And then we have Nick Coleman, who flies a Swick, which is another fabric-covered aircraft, but it doesn't have the horsepower that the Pitts does. And these guys put on a fantastic show. And RJ can attest to that it's a real thrill-seeking show.
It very is. Yeah.
It is. And we invite everybody to come up. It's going to be this Sunday, the 21st. The MacArthur High School Marching Band starts the show off at about 12:30, and they will serenade the group until about noon.
Which is worth the price of admission there, which is nothing, by the way.
Right. Nothing,
but that sounded bad. I don't want to say... No, they do a fantastic job. Just to see the band is amazing.
Is great. And so the band starts playing at about 12:30, and at 1 o'clock, the Screaming Chicken skydiving team jumps out of the airplane to open the show with the big American flag and lots of smoke, so people enjoy seeing that. So the pilots of the big aircraft put on a great show, and we kind of alternate general aviation aircraft and radio-controlled aircraft. And as you well know, one of the best acts at the show is what, RJ?
The flying lawnmower.
The flying lawnmower.
The only place you'll ever see this is at Vinton County. The pilot.
It is so cool.
Yes, yes. The pilot is a guy from Circleville, Ohio, Roger Barnes, who performs one show a year with the flying lawnmower, and that's the Vinton County Airshow. So he will be there, and he will perform with the flying lawnmower, which is a big treat. A lot of people come just to see the lawnmower.
It is crazy.
And then, of course, the barbecued chicken. Wouldn't be an air show unless there was barbecued chicken. And the MacArthur Area Eagle Club comes up and cooks the chicken. I believe that we are the longest barbecue pit in the state of Ohio. It's 40 foot long. And a small...
Imagine that.
Yeah.
40 feet of half chickens.
Yes, and a small forest dies every time.
Yes.
And we
Thank
have
God it's in Vinton County, right? You have plenty of lots of forest there.
Lots of forest. But Andy Adelman is the master chef, and he directs the Eagles on cooking the chicken. And of course, the Eagles also sponsor something that's very special to the kids. And what's that, RJ?
It's the candy drop.
That candy drop. The only air show in the state of Ohio that has a candy drop. And children love it. And you've seen that. I mean, it's just, you get mobbed.
You think children, I've never seen children move as fast. Like, there is not a piece of candy left on the runway. And it takes about 10 seconds.
Well, a little longer than 10 seconds, but
they are fast.
They are fast. And of course, the candy drop doesn't get started until who flies in and skydives in?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Yes, he's there. Santa Claus comes in.
He has some time this time of the year.
Yeah, and he was practicing yesterday. He came all the way from the North Pole.
Did he really?
To Vinton County and jumped out of an airplane just to practice. Santa Claus has a problem. I mean, he's a little hefty, you know?
Yeah, he's a little top heavy.
Yeah, and landing is kind of tough on him. He doesn't do what they call a stand-up landing all the time. So he was practicing, and hopefully this year, when he comes in and pulls the flap on his parachute, he can do a stand-up landing. So we're hoping Santa Claus can pull that one off this year.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
Santa is trying.
Yes, and
he's not getting any younger
no,
either.
he's not getting. He's like me. He's getting to be an old guy.
Yeah.
But he's going to be there, and he's going to do his best to start the candy drop off with the kids, and they just love him. And it's so cute when he stands out there and talks to the children and asks them whether they've been good little boys and girls, and these little children kind of look up and it's really him, Santa Claus.
Santa, he's here.
It's amazing. They get so excited. And Bob Church, by the way, is Santa Claus. But he does a great job. We love having him. And, of course, the Screaming Chicken skydiving team.
And I didn't realize, I heard you talking on the radio about this. I didn't realize that they are local.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's just, you just don't assume that there's local people here that they're crazy enough to jump out of perfectly good airplanes.
Yes.
But evidently there is a team
Yes.
of local guys who do that.
Yes, and if you lived in Wellston, Ohio, one of the Screaming Chickens delivered your mail years ago, Scott Adams. He just retired. He was the mailman down in Wellston. And, Scott's been jumping up there since 1992. And then Ted Williams from Marietta, Ohio, and Bob Church from Albany, Ohio. They comprise the Screaming Chicken skydiving team.
How did they don't live near each other. How did they get together? Do you know?
Well,
did they know each other ahead of time?
Well, it's kind of like a close-knit group, skydivers. And not a lot of airports encourage skydivers. Vinton County does, however, so they like coming to Vinton County because we're a small airport, and you can skydive just about any day you want if you've got somebody with an airplane that knows how to get you up and down and all that, which we have. And they come to Vinton County because Vinton County is a nice little airport to skydive at. And
gotcha.
They enjoy it.
It would be beautiful.
Oh, it is. It is. It's great. And, they jump out of a little Cessna 172, and that's kind of a typical little jump plane. Mm-hmm. And, they just love coming up and jumping. And it's really neat to see them come up.
So have you ever done that?
I have never done that. RJ has never done that. He's been up in the plane.
Do you have any plans to skydive?
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
You know, it's one of those things where I think if I could just get myself in the right mindset, I think it would be incredible.
Yep.
But it's like talking yourself into it is a whole other situation.
Yeah, you'd have to talk. I'd have to talk myself into it.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it would just be such an incredible experience, but I don't know if I have the guts to do it or not. I think it's one of those things you just don't think about. You just need to go do it.
Yeah.
Like, stop thinking.
Yeah, and you don't have to go to a lot of school. You can do a tandem jump. Now, we don't do tandem jumps at Vinton County, but you can go over to Greene County, and they have tandem jumps over there. And I think over at Wright Field in outside of Dayton, they have tandem jumps over there. So, you just go up, give somebody some money, get up in an airplane, and they hook you onto their...
You're strapped to them, hopefully.
Yeah. And jump out of an airplane.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of fun.
Wild. Anyway.
Now, we want to tell everybody that getting to the air show has been, in past years, it got complicated. At 12:30,
well, that FAA, they have rules now.
Yes, they have rules now. When we first started, they didn't have this many ruls.
It was just a free-for-all.
That's right. Well, Orville and Wilbur came up and helped us out. But, not really. But anyway, we have to close Airport Road down at 12:30.
Okay.
At 12:30, of course, the MacArthur Vinton County Viking Band will serenade you at 12:30, but at 12:30 we have to close Airport Road down. So that means that when you're coming from south of the airport, you need to turn onto State Route 328 and take it to Airport Road East and then up to the parking area.
But you have signs, right?
Well, we have great big banners. In fact, RJ and I are going to be posting them either today or tomorrow while we'll set up the frames and everything for it.
Cool.
And they will be posted so people will be reminded when they come up that, hey, Airport Road is closed at 12:30. Here's how you get to the airport. State Route 328 to Airport Road East up to the parking area. So that's how you get there. The chicken dinners this year are $15, which is very, very reasonable. And the MacArthur Area Eagles are the chicken cookers, and they will be under the supervision of Andy Adelman, who's been doing this since day one, 1970.
We're not going to say he's old. He's just experienced.
Experienced. He's very good at it, and he knows what to do. So Andy will be supervising the chicken, and he's passed that on to his son. John will be there.
Okay.
And he's kind of picking up the reins because he's getting to be an older guy than I am. But
they even make the barbecue sauce, don't they?
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, this is a real deal.
Yes, and
barbecue chicken deal.
Yep, right.
Like it's.
Yeah, and Andy will
time.
not give up the secret. He's going to give the secret to RJ, so RJ will know how to make it later on. But I don't even know it because it's a tightly held secret. So right now we know that Andy's got it. He's going to pass it on to RJ. So in future years, people can enjoy the barbecue chicken at the Vinton County Airshow. And it's going to be this Sunday.
Okay.
Be there early, get a good place to sit and watch the show. We also will have this year what they call liaison aircraft. And these are little airplanes that were flown during World War II. Liaison aircraft were lookout aircraft.
Okay.
And they used them as what they called spotter planes. They would take off during World War II. They are like Piper Cubs, Aeronca Chiefs, Taylor Craft, were all little tail dragger airplanes, fabric covered, and some of them have 65 horsepower engines in them. Some of them have 100 horsepower engines. But these planes observed the front lines during World War II, and they were small.
Cool.
They flew low to the ground, and they were hard to hit, and they were easily repairable because they were fabric covered. So if
Gotcha.
the bullet went through it, you could patch it up real quick.
Put
and
some
off
duct tape
go.
on it,
Yeah,
right?
Well, yeah. Well, they didn't have duct tape back then. They had
Darn
bubble
it.
gum. Bubble gum.
Okay, that works.
Bubble gum and fabric you can patch it up with. But the liaison aircraft, they'll take off and they'll make a little bit of smoke, and they do what they call an in-trail flyby. It's a piece of history that everybody needs to have a look at it. And I think there's going to be 5 of them there, maybe 6 if everything goes well, and they'll be on the ground. And you can go out and have a look at them, as well as the planes that perform in the air show. You can go out and look at them, but don't touch them, because people get real particular about that.
I get that.
So come on up, have a good time. It's going to be this Sunday, starts at 12:30. Santa Claus will be there, candy drop for the children, aerial acrobatics, radio-controlled aircraft,
a flying lawnmower,
Santa Claus, and skydivers. You get that all at the Vinton County Airport, and it's free. Like, we do ask for a $10 parking donation when you get there, and the proceeds from the chicken dinner and the parking donations, that's what keeps the airport open.
That's
pays the light bill and the whole 9 yards.
And it's very important to keep, these local airports open for so many different
reasons. Oh,
yes.
And, the Vinton County Airport, as well as Jackson Airport, were all part of the James A. Road aviation program. And he decided...
It was genius.
Oh, it was. It was great. The whole idea behind the county airport program was Jim Rhodes felt that for economic prosperity, every county should have a paved runway for businesses to come in and out, because the world is shrinking because of aviation. So in order to get from A to B, business-wise, the quickest way would be to fly. So Jim Rhodes decided to put a paved airport in every county.
Every county.
Except there's 3 counties, I believe, that do not have paved runways. Meigs County, Washington County, and there's another county that doesn't have a paved runway. But all the other counties have. Hocking County,
Okay.
Hocking County does not have a paved runway. They have grass strips, but not paved runways. So Jim Rhodes put these in for business, and, general aviation enthusiasts like me utilize them.
Sure.
Small businesses utilize them. And it was a big economic boom to the county, and that's the reason that they're there.
Absolutely, and we need to keep them up and running. And honestly, I live out by the Jackson County Airport, and people, unless you live there or you use it, you don't realize how often it's used.
Yep.
And you see, net jets coming in, and you see all of these jets coming in, and those are economic development situations where, companies are coming in. They're either scouting out our properties or coming to check on their own companies.
Yep.
There's so, and plus the people that just love to fly, like you guys.
Yep.
And it should continue on. It's really cool.
Yep, and it's a great thing for everybody, and not everybody is cut out to fly, but if you need it, it's great. Aviation is a fun hobby, and I love it. Been doing it for a bunch of years, and we've been down here for a bunch of years.
Yeah, we've been together for a while, haven't we?
Yeah. We're getting to be an old couple.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exciting. So please come out to the Vinton County Airport this coming Sunday. Get there. So they're closing, they'll close that airport road at 12:30, but you should be there before that anyway.
Right.
So get your chicken. When do the chicken dinners start?
We usually start selling the chicken dinners at about 11 o'clock. The dinners are ready.
You can go there, get that early,
Yeah.
make sure that you can get one, and take advantage of that. And get there early, park, take the kids, have a blast.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
So RJ, so how are you doing with your training as far as becoming a pilot?
Well, I haven't crashed yet, so that's pretty good.
Touche.
Yeah.
Love that. Well, we'd like to keep you up in the air, down on the ground.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Well, very good. So how much longer do you have before? How does that whole thing work? I'm just curious.
Well, to get a pilot's license,
How old do you have to be to start?
Well, you have to be 16 to solo.
Okay, but you could start learning.
I have a granddaughter that's 12 years old that's taking flight lessons.
Okay.
But she can't solo until she's 16.
Okay.
But 16 is the minimum age to solo. You can get dual instruction at any age.
Okay.
Even people that are 65 and older can do that. But anyway, the FAA requires you to get a private pilot's license, 40 hours of training, and you have to go to a ground school. And of course, you have to pass a written test. Mm-hmm. And then after you pass that and you have logged 40 hours and have accomplished all the maneuvers, landings, takeoffs, and stuff, then your instructor will sign you off, and then you go see an FAA examiner, and he gives you a flight test. And once you pass that flight test, then you get your pilot's license.
Okay.
You get a student license. Once to solo, you have to have a student license, which requires getting a medical, and they give you this little piece of paper that you are a student pilot. So that's how it works.
Okay.
40 hours of actual flight training, flight school, and then you take your practical flight test.
Very cool. So how much longer do you have, do you think?
I still have a little ways to go.
A little ways to go, but you're doing well so far.
Yep.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that. And, RJ, you are the future of aviation and, the Vinton County Airport. And, we need to get youth involved.
This is true.
Yep.
We need to get more young people involved in anything that helps the community.
Sure.
We need to get young people involved.
You've got it.
So it helps everybody. Apple Festival, Air Show, whatever.
All the stuff.
All the stuff. Just volunteer and go out and do it.
Yes.
Just do it.
Learn from these old guys.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, thank you so much for coming in and letting us know what's going on this coming Sunday at the Vinton County Airshow. Please get out there and enjoy it. It is a wonderful day full of amazing things, and I can't tell you enough that you will have a good time if you're there. So, and the weather's going to be beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So there you go. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we do have some other guests waiting in the wings here. So let's play a message and then we'll be back in just a moment.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with two more special guests here on the program. And you two are from an organization that's near and dear to our hearts here at Total Media, because we have been blessed for the past 2 years with an amazing group of interns who have done so much. If you go out and you see coverage of the county fairs or our festivals or special events, those interns are doing that. And without programs like what you all do, we wouldn't be able to do that. So you two are with Building Bridges to Careers, and this is Jeremy Ward and Heather Miller. So welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. And tell us a little bit about your organization.
So Building Bridges to Careers, we're known a lot for our internships, of course, and all of the amazing interns that are out there.
Oh, it's incredible.
We love it. So really, we try to connect students with businesses. We work in schools and with educators, with business leaders, with community leaders. We want our students to know what career opportunities are in their community, to know people in those careers, to have different experiences while they're still in school, so that when they graduate, they know where they want to go and what their next step is.
Isn't that just so win-win for everybody, too? Because we were talking about this the other day. I had a nurse in, And we were talking about how many people go into nursing school and then realize quickly it's not for them. Or, and she was saying the same thing, like volunteer at a hospital or, become an aide or do something while you're in school to see if that truly is a career that you would want to go to. So this is what you all are providing for these interns, and not only to find out what they love, but find out maybe perhaps what they don't.
Yeah. So I was actually that kid that went to nursing school because I was going to be a nurse.
Yep,
My dad's a doctor, my mom's a nurse. It's what I knew. And I love medicine. I love the people who work in medicine. I got into nursing school. Was definitely not for me. And then I went, well, now what? I'm in college and I got to figure this out.
Now
right?
I've got to do something.
So that's what we don't want to have happen. But even when it
Exactly.
does, it often works out.
Yeah, I mean, I finally had to, my advisor was like, if you don't pick a degree, you're going to not graduate. So you've got to pick something. So I was like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? So, yeah, I mean, I think if these internship programs had been more prevalent, a few years ago when I was in school, it's like what we like to say, it would have been very, very handy and helpful. So.
And we cling to the idea of community and career-connected learning because we want students to be aware. We want educators to be aware of what's available in their own backyard. And as I like to tell people, think about the signs, on the fence at the football stadium, in the basketball gyms. Do your students, do your educators know what those people do? So, it's starting with an easy win, right? The people that are already around the schools, make sure that they're engaged with the learning process and there's some connection to curriculum with, the folks in your community first, and then grow from there with those experiences.
Absolutely. And again, it's win-win for everybody. The kids are getting experience and employers are getting help. So
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great. Like I said, our field team is insane here. I mean, you've got these kids that come in not knowing. I mean, they don't know how to. You have Adrian over here who was a team member, an intern, and now he's running this show. Like that's unbelievable. Yeah. That he learned all of that. Just through that internship. So, did you tell me that you have some special things coming up that you wanted to tell our viewers about?
Always.
Always. Love that.
But particularly, so Building Bridges to Careers is based in Marietta. However, we do have a network team, which, I'm a part of that team of 3. And part of what we do, the biggest part of what we do is to make connections throughout the Appalachian region. So the showcase, kind of our annual event is our Community and Career Connected Learning Summit. This year, it will be at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth.
Okay.
September the 26th. Registration is open now on our website. Registration will close this Thursday. So this event...
Oh, get on it then.
Yes, and we'll plug our website here in a second. But really what we want to do is show what's going on in the region, from internships to... like Atomic Credit Union. They'll be part of the summit with their student-run credit union.
Which, again, is such a good idea. And those kids are learning so much. But yet it's actually a service that they're offering as well. These credit unions that are in the schools. Kids are working them, but also the kids can open their own accounts and all of this stuff. They're learning about banking. So cool.
Yeah. And you'll hear from Western and Pike County, their ecosystem that they've created. There's not a lot of local businesses in Latham, so they've just kind of created their own, ecosystem of business within the school to put the kids to work, and that's a fantastic story. So there are lots of things you want to come out and hear about, at our summit.
Love that. Absolutely. And where can you find out more information? You said you have the website, and then you can sign up via the website as well.
Yeah, so if you visit, it's bb2careers, bb2careers.org. And so it automatically takes you to a link for our summit if you want to sign up before Thursday or by Thursday. We'd love to have you. You can also see a lot of the other things we do. So we're known really well for internships, of course. We also do job shadowing. We do a career mentor program in the high school around Washington County. We run a program called Real World Problem Scenario, where we bring businesses into the schools and into the classrooms, and they give real problems to the students around curriculum and have them solve it. So creative thinking and critical thinking.
Love that.
And they have to present it back, which is a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, that's amazing.
We do career speakers, so we want those professionals and people in industries and businesses to go into the classrooms and talk to the kids about their jobs and what they do. So you can find out all about these things because we share these models. Even though we work deeply in Washington County, all of our models are up for any community and any school district that wants to utilize them.
Absolutely. And Adrian says that they have put the website in our comments, so you can link right to that straight from the comments here if you're watching this morning, or anytime for that matter, whenever you go back to watch. So, no, this summit sounds great. It's like kind of a culmination of all the things that you do. It's a perfect opportunity for you all to find out what the kids have been doing and some of the other programs that you all have to offer.
And to hear from our businesses especially. A lot of
Sure.
businesses are like, well, how do we do this and how does this work? And so the summit, we bring in the businesses who've done it. And they say, this is how we create our internship program.
And
this is how we tie to the schools.
Absolutely, and that's what I was going to ask you too. If you are a business out there, I mean, are there any businesses that don't qualify for your internship program, or is it, there's probably kids out there that are interested in any number of jobs?
Well, it's always a best practice to start with the easier exposures, businesses coming in. But when it gets to that point to do a job shadow and eventually an internship, we do have the opportunity to facilitate through partnerships in certain industries. So in certain parts of the Appalachian region, we have access to dollars for manufacturing-based internships. We have a partnership with the Appalachian Children's Coalition. So internships that promote mental and behavioral health. So
Wonderful.
we have a number of exploratory experiences made possible that way. And you can always do an unpaid. We do have some businesses that will do extended job shadow or unpaid internships, as well as taking advantage of paid opportunities, such as the high school tech internship.
And we work with great businesses, People's Banks, so hospitals and banks, they can take interns. If they can take interns, anybody can figure out how to take interns.
There you go.
And we have to give a shout out, of course, to People's Bank. They're one of our summit sponsors. Another one we work with a lot is Ohio Natural Energy Institute. They're another summit sponsor. And they're in all the schools all the time working in natural energy. So any industry is open to take internships or job shadows if the businesses are interested and if the students are interested. Whether or not it's paid really just depends on what resources we can capture.
And I think going through an organization like you guys can facilitate it, you can organize it instead of trying to, as a business owner, we're very busy and you're just trying to sometimes have the thing not fall off the rails. And so it's nice to have somebody to come to facilitate these internships and make sure that it's all going in the right direction. So.
Right, and we're working through systems. We're trying to create systems that are going to benefit and promote these opportunities for the businesses, for the schools, because they have other things to do. But part of thriving communities in Appalachia, which is what we ultimately are after, we want to find the models and best practices and share those so that we maximize the opportunity to keep our talent here in Appalachia.
What are some of I was just thinking about that. Like, what are some of the most unique internships that you all have worked through?
I would say one of the coolest that I saw last year was drone operators. So they're in Highland County.
Whoa, okay.
There's New Limits Ag. So they actually run these monstrous drones that help spray fields, etc. So we had some interns on that. Last year at Summit, they brought in their drone, and it would take up nearly this whole room. It's unbelievable. And they had 16-year-old kids operating there because they had their
That
license.
is cool. Wow.
And not on the intern side per se, but we've set up job shadowing with NASA. We've set up job shadowing with the Columbus Zoo. So, nothing's out of
That
the
would have
realm.
been my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
growing
try
up.
everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, go try. So so I know from an employer's perspective, we talked about that. But like, what if there's a kid out there listening today is like, man, I would like to go. I love animals. I wanna go do something with animals. Could they just call you or come see you, and then you could maybe try to hook them up?
Absolutely.
That is cool.
At the local level in Washington County, we have we have resources for direct services where we work actively to make those placements. Now, regionally, we're more likely to say, okay, is there, who else is doing work or similar work to this in that area? Is there a more local connection? So sometimes it's just connecting the dots. But yeah, and that's why it's important for us at the network level is to work with the economic development folks to make sure that we have the data. Again, everybody's exposed to teachers and nurses. Do they have skills? Now there are more assessments that are career-based where we have data on students. Do they have the skills and the aptitudes to do these careers? And is there a need in the region in which they live? So trying to make those matches back to before you spend your money, on a degree that you don't have the skills to do.
Yeah, I mean, and I've talked about this here, and our nurse that was in the other day, there is a severe shortage of nurses right now, by the way. So if you find that that's something that's in your heart to do, please do so. But I went to Capital for college, and they have an amazing nursing program there. Oh, was
it?
it?
Nursing program at Capital.
Really?
Yeah.
And so many of my good friends that started a nursing program lasted about a semester, and that was the end of that because they thought that that's for sure what they wanted to do, same as you. Yep. And then the first semester rolls around, and they're like, I'm going to be a teacher now or something else, like a lawyer or whatever. So yeah, if you'd known that ahead of time, it would have saved that semester or some money.
Well, and even more than that, and talking to some of the interns, particularly here, the skills that they develop that are more team-based, the soft skills or essential skills that so many employers talk about, until you're forced to do that, until you're forced to problem solve when there's a deadline or somebody's got to push play to get this thing started, right?
Yeah, and let's just be honest here, you're working with a lot of equipment that sometimes doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And then what?
Right.
And you have to figure it out.
And to that point, from the first year that you guys participated to the second, just having, running a boot camp to make sure all the kids were prepared with the technology they were going to use and to test out who has the skill to do this best.
Who's the leader of the group? Like, you find out all that stuff, too.
Yeah. So, for us to retell that to businesses and to other community partners to help make these things possible, that is, to me, even more important than, what industry are they going to go into. It's the skills they're developing and these experiences that ultimately are going to matter the most.
Gotcha.
It's crazy when you think about the fact kids are going to have at least 4 completely different careers in their lifetime, and a lot of the careers they're going to have don't exist yet. So how do we prepare them for that? Right? So it's the skill building, this step by step, this knowing where they want to go, and then figuring out where that takes them.
And the network. I mean, it's the human network, and if we can expand the network of our students before they graduate high school, they're going to be better prepared, not just for step one, but all through their lives.
You're exactly right. Well, thank you for doing what you do. This is amazing. It has to be so rewarding.
It's wonderful. Well, when we get to meet people like Adrienne or see them again, and
or RJ that was here. He was an intern also.
Had done an internship.
Like, so cool.
Yeah.
It's not about BB2C. It's about the students and the educators and the businesses and the communities, right?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget the summit coming up on the, did you say 27th? 26th. And you can go to bb2careers.com, and it's in the link in the comments. So you can click on that as well. Check out all about the summit. Find out about all of the neat things that they do at Building Bridges to Careers. It's amazing thing. All right, well, I'll tell you what. We do have another guest waiting in the wings, believe it or not. And it's Mr. Sherrill. He loves it when I call him that. And we're going to be talking about what, Kiwanis things? Yeah. Okay, so we will be back in just a moment after this message.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, a telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegrammnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
All right. right, and we are back with our good friend Eric, and otherwise known
AKA
as
Mr. Sherrill.
Mr. Sherrill. Yes, yes. And you have the distinct pleasure of coming in today, probably because nobody else wanted to.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I don't take offense to that. To talk about some Kiwanis things coming up.
Yeah, we have one of our major events coming up this
Huge.
Saturday is the Jackson Apple 5K.
Yes.
We're excited about it. We've grown every year, and this is our 12th year running it.
It's
No pun intended.
right. It is a big deal.
It is. And the weather looks like it's going to be perfect this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've been telling people, I think it's a great opportunity to get your premier parking place Saturday morning.
There you go.
It's slated to be crazy this weekend with the band coming into town and everybody. So what better way than to get up early, come join us about 7 o'clock in the morning. You can still register and run, or in my case, walk.
Yeah. You can gallop.
I'm not quite the runner, but I did walk it last year. It was a good way to learn the city. I mean,
Yeah, and to see, it's really neat too to walk it and to see how people have decorated for the Apple Festival
Yep.
and fall and all that stuff too.
Yeah, because last
beautiful
year
city.
was, we had only lived here, a month or two. So I still didn't know my way around, and they had me going out placing signs. So I had my little map out there, and I walked the entire town of Jackson, and by the end, I felt home.
Yeah, there you go.
But you can register in the morning. Just show up around 7 o'clock, and it's $30, and you get a shirt and a medal and all kinds of cool stuff in the grab bag. Or if you want to guarantee a shirt and a shirt size, you can register online at Tri-City Racer.
Tri-State Racer.
Tri-State.
Yeah,
Racer.com.
I got you.
Yeah,
I'm here for
thanks.
you.
But yeah, looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I can't get over how nice the weather's supposed to be this
It's
weekend.
going to be absolutely gorgeous, and they've really lucked out on the weather this week because it can make or break a festival. We all know that.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody's working so hard to make this, and if the weather didn't cooperate, it just would be a bummer.
It would be.
But I can fill you in a little bit more about
Yeah, please do so.
Kiwanis. Number one, I want to put the word out is we're always looking for new members. With so many service organizations now, the members are getting up there in years, and we need some fresh blood. And I think some of the younger people are kind of afraid at committing to joining, be it the Elks or the Lions or the Kiwanis or any of the service clubs. But you shouldn't be afraid. I mean, it's a fun time. They're great people, and they really do, all the clubs make such an impact in the community.
Yes.
If you were to take away everything that all the service groups contribute to a community, I think the people would wake up in the morning and go, where did it all go?
Right. It just magically appears.
Right. I think people just come to expect it, and they don't realize there's a behind-the-scenes people doing it. The flowers.
Oh my gosh, the Judy Project.
I felt, the city felt naked the first day I drove down last week, and they were gone.
Yep.
That wasn't our choice. I mean, the city has us take them down because of the festival. I'd love to keep them up all year round if we could.
I mean, yeah, or at least until.
But little things
they
like
look
that,
bad.
I guess you don't realize, how important they are until it's not there. All the scholarships we offer for the kids, things like the Easter egg hunt in Manpower Park.
Absolutely.
It's just, I just want to support. Please look us up and consider joining our club.
And if you are interested in joining the Kiwanis, how do you do so?
We're working on a new website, so I don't quite have that set, but you can find us on Facebook. I'm always posting updates on the Jackson page or the Wellston page or the Oak Hill page, because we are the Jackson area Kiwanis, not the city of Jackson Kiwanis. So we do cover all 3 cities. And we'd love to have you. We meet the 4th Tuesday of every month, and we're working on having more prominent speakers come to our meetings. So there's a reason to come to a meeting. I mean, nobody likes going to meetings. I don't care what it's for. Meetings aren't fun. But if it's an event, like you're going to hear somebody, like this month we have the school superintendent coming in to talk. And
Sure, that's great.
it should be interesting to find out what's going on in schools.
Very much, because they have some stuff that they're facing.
Oh, yeah.
Find out all the facts about that.
So I don't know if I'll be in here again soon. I want to give one little plug for in October is our spaghetti dinner.
Oh, and is it good?
And yes, I have had the honor of being personally instructed by Mr. Gambino on his secret recipe.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He showed me a piece of it last year, and I think this year I'm going to get the rest of it so I can carry on that tradition, because I've mentioned I love to cook.
Yes.
And they love to have somebody that loves to cook.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that.
That is exciting.
So that'll be October 27th. It's a Monday.
Okay.
At the church.
At the Christ Church.
Right.
And you can get stuff to go. You can eat there.
$7. And I mean, you get this like huge amount of food. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Very good.
But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Well, cool. Well, sign up for the Apple Festival 5K. It's a big deal and always a huge event in downtown Jackson. And you're right. If you come to Jackson at 7 a.m. on Saturday, you're going to get a great spot.
From what I hear, I mean, you're going to have to get there that time anyhow to get a parking space. And why not, burn off some of those calories before you eat the elephant ears and cinnamon rolls and
all the stuff,
fried mushrooms and corn dogs, and I don't know what else they have out there.
You got it.
So see you out there.
All right.
Bright and early.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for stopping by. We greatly appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you what, Pete Wilson's waiting in the wings. Do we have another message? Okay. And then we'll be back with our good friend Pete Wilson and some news.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
And we are back with our good friend Pete Wilson and all of the news.
Okay, we'll start off.
Or some of the news.
Yeah, some of the news. We'll get caught up on some of it. If you want to see all of it, you're just going to have to check out the Telegram and the website. 'Cause we put it all in there. We can just do samples here on Main Street Morning TV. But we'll start off. A lot of folks have probably wondered what happened in the city of Jackson when we had a power outage. On Saturday morning.
It was wild.
Kind of knocked up. It wasn't the whole city, I don't think, but it was most. And what happened was, according to the city, an AEP transmission feeder line coming into the city, because the city has its own electric department, but it gets its electric coming in to substations and on feeder lines from AEP Ohio. And something happened there. Don't know what it was, but there was a problem with that feeder line.
It broke. Let's just say that.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't working. But AEP Ohio and the city crews got on that, and I believe it was about a 2-hour outage.
Yeah,
something like that.
They were fast, because the first word I got was it's going to be quite a while.
Right. Well,
they got on it.
Here's one thing. I know everybody notices when the power's out and for how long it's out. But, of course, they're never planned. They're seldom planned, put it that way.
Exactly.
Those maintenance outages come every now and then. But for the most part, And does it always come at an inconvenient time on the weekends or in the evenings?
It does, or
something?
when you're trying to set the Apple Festival up, you know?
Yeah, all that stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge that if people wondered what happened there.
Well, let's give a big shout out to the city crews. I want to thank some of the city members that I, as having a business, I was standing out front like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And they actually stopped by to explain what was going on. And I thought that was really, really sweet. So, that's nice to know where you stand with the whole situation. So, yeah, they got on it. So thank y'all.
All right. So some other things that went on this weekend. This was actually on Thursday evening, and there was a 9/11 memorial ceremony that the American Legion did. And here it is right here. This is a scene from that. But the American Legion and the American Legion Auxiliary, Donna Smith with the auxiliary, I know is a driving force there. And John Stabler, who is the Legion Post 371 commander, he spoke some. But there were a number of speakers. Our Alex Shope was there to cover it. So lest we never forget what happened on 9/11 in 2001.
Absolutely.
Believe it or not, it's been 24 years. It's crazy. But there was a nice ceremony there in Pride Park in Wellston, and we're working on a story where we'll have a story and some photos from that. Also, over the weekend, on Friday evening, we have gone 4 weeks through the football season already. Almost half of the regulars,
Wow.
believe it or not.
That is crazy.
Oak Hill High School celebrated homecoming this past Friday evening.
Well, that's
Pre-game
exciting.
ceremonies at Oak Hill. And here is the crowning ceremony. I'll identify these two young ladies. That is Madeline Donnelly seated. She is a senior, and she is the 2005 homecoming queen at Oak Hill. And as always, the crowning was done by last year's queen, and that would be Brinley Harden. So that is actually when that happened pre-game. Also at Oak Hill, they've been doing this for a number of years. Some schools do it, some don't. There was a homecoming king. And so there is Madeline Donnelly, the queen, with the king, Mikey Williams. And as you can see from Mikey's attire, he had other things to do that night too.
He was a little busy.
One of the football players. So congratulations to all those attendants and participants in Oak Hill Homecoming. They had a dance on Saturday night. We'll have some photos in on that as well. Okay, on Saturday morning, there was kind of an impromptu celebration for a retiree. And I don't know whether you've heard of this man, but he has often had one of those trooper hats on for the Highway Patrol. He is Robert Bobby Hayslip III. And there he is right there in uniform. He retired effective Saturday morning after 25 years of service. And
Wow.
he worked at the Jackson Post, the Gallipolis Post, the Athens Post, and the Chillicothe Post. He moved around all around the area. He lives just outside Jackson. This is a picture that I took Saturday morning. His daughter, Madison Hayslip Hawk, who is the second from the left in that picture that Adrian has put up, she arranged for a little reception for him.
Oh,
he
that's
had
so
to work.
sweet.
I take it he had to work the midnight shift because he came back home after 9 o'clock. He got there shortly before 10:30 on Kessinger School Road, which is just outside Jackson. And there were a number of friends, family, and other law enforcement and public safety people lined up with signs and balloons to say congratulations on your retirement.
That is so cool.
From the left, that is his wife, Betsy Hayslip, and then Madison Hawk Hayslip. She's the one that kind of did everything. And then there is the retiree with a T-shirt on. He's out of his uniform now. That is, he likes to go by Bobby Hayslip, and that is his son, Quentin Hayslip, who happens to be a new doctor on the far right there. And neat story here, Bobby is holding a poster. If you put that back up, Adrian, Bobby is holding a poster that has his parents there, and he lost his parents recently. They're both deceased. It hasn't been too long. His mother, who is on the right, wanted him to retire. Thought it was time for him to retire. Probably worried about her baby and being in that business.
I could see
and
that.
She died 1 year ago on the date of his retirement.
Oh, whoa.
And so that was one of the reasons he chose that day to retire. And so that's why he's holding that sign and the timing. All right. Last week we celebrated a successor business, I guess you could say, in Jackson, the Glazed Apple. Here is the ribbon cutting ceremony that was held a week ago, last Saturday. In that big building on downtown Main Street across from the Marquee. Used to be Apple City Artisans. And Kelly sold that business to the new proprietors, Gabby Rowland and Caitlin Newkirk. They're in that picture there, along with city and chamber officials cutting the red ribbon. And they plan to continue Kelly's business and kind of build onto it a little bit. And that is an interior view of the business there. And these are two young ladies, not an unusual entrepreneurial story, always involved in activities like that, and they wanted to do something on their own. And this opportunity came when Kelly was willing to kind of sell the business and that location there. But it isn't just a pottery studio. It's an outlet for painters to spend time decorating pieces of pottery with provided paints and other crafting necessities. They will have a wider selection of paints and accessories. They have kilns on site to treat customers' artistically decorated pieces, and they intend to start baking their own ceramics with over 3,000 unique molds. Sounds very artsy, well beyond me, but I know a lot of people are interested in that. They also serve as a commercial hub for local crafters who display and sell their works. 10 different artisans right now have things there in the Glazed Apple, so that is definitely worth a look-see in downtown Jackson. Also, the city of Jackson will be, they're in the final stages of their paving program, Jennifer, and they will be working in the Jackson Heights area. They planned it so they'll be away from the festival area this week.
Yeah, makes sense.
They will be working, if they aren't already, on Anderson Drive. That's the main entrance street into the Jackson Heights, from East Main Street to the cul-de-sac, on Florence Avenue from Anderson Drive all the way back to Lewis Street, and then on Lewis Street, which is in the back there of Jackson Heights, from the Pleasant View Drive to the cul-de-sac there. Once again, when the pavers are there, remember, don't park your car along the street. There should be signs posted. Don't know how long that work will take, but it seems that they do these segments kind of during a week period or even less, so we'll see how that goes. Speaking of road construction or road closures, the Jackson County Engineers Office has announced that a section of Beaver Pike on the far western side of Jackson County is closed for a bridge replacement project starting today. So it's probably closed as we speak. The closure will take place at a bridge between Umbleby Road and Glade Road, and that closure will go for approximately 2 months. When they do a bridge replacement, there isn't any one-lane deal or anything. So you need to kind of work around there if you're local. But that, if you're not familiar, Umbleby Road and Glade Road are two of the last roads before you hit Pike County as you go west on the Beaver Pike from Jackson. All right, I want to tell you about Cade Wooford. I've done this 3 weeks in a row, but
this kid.
He keeps doing things.
My gosh.
There is Cade, and he's not in red and white anymore. He is in blue and gold, not Wellston Golden Rockets, but the Kent State University Golden Flashes. And Cade, who was a star running back at Jackson for 4 years, went to Kent State Division I school, played running back last year, did not play a whole lot. I believe he was redshirted, which means he didn't lose any eligibility. So he is considered a redshirt freshman, and they moved him to slot receiver. He does get to carry the ball, but what he has done is show that he can catch the ball and then run with it away.
You are not kidding.
After he catches it. But on Saturday, Kent State opened their season, the Mid-American Conference season, against Buffalo. It was a whale of a game. Buffalo came back and won 31-28. But during the game, Wooford caught caught a total of 3 passes, including a touchdown pass. He caught 3 passes through 95 yards for the game, also carried the ball twice through 9 yards, so he produced 104 yards of total offense. And so he's come out of nowhere to really be one of the main producers for Kent State. Wooford has now caught at least 2 passes in each of Kent's first 3 games and has 4 touchdowns for the season. 7 catches, 4 of them have gone for touchdowns, 223 yards. Now, get this. He has the highest yards per catch average of any Division I receiver in the country. He's ahead of Jeremiah Smith and anyone else you want to put up there.
Process that.
Right, 32.9 yards per catch. Now you got to remember, you got to catch the ball and then you need to be able to run with it. Either run away from somebody or run past them or whatever. And he has proven to be very successful at that. And I tell you what, a great kid comes from a great family. Yes, blessed with natural talent. But I will tell you, I know from covering Jackson High School football and knowing Cade and the family, nobody will outwork Cade Wolford, and his hard work is showing up.
Oh my gosh, yes
now
it is.
with the way he's playing at Kent State. As far as high school football goes, we had 1 winner and 3 losers on our local teams. Jackson bounced back with a 49-14 win at Western Brown. Took the long trip down there. Senior Ryan Simons had 3 touchdowns, ran through 2 and caught 1. Oak Hill lost their homecoming game to Minford 29-6. Wellston was home. They lost to Trimble 40-0, and Vinton County went on the road in their TVC Ohio opener and lost 36-6. Got to put in a quick word for Coach Lee Lord and the Jackson High School soccer team, boys soccer team. Both the soccer team, boys and girls, are doing well, but the boys team in particular, 8-1 on the season.
Nice.
Have a little bit of a, I think, game and a half lead in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Just doing great. Their most recent win was a 4-1 win over Hillsboro on Thursday. So congratulations to the soccer team. Of course, our sports editor, Todd Compston, helped by Red Thompson Jr. When he's not covering news, he's covering sports. And Brian Walters has been covering the Ironman football team. They will do their very best to get a lot of the sports in each and every paper online as well. And there'll be a lot in this Wednesday paper as well.
Good deal.
Right, and if you haven't seen Saturday's edition of the Telegram, got lots of news in there, 16 pages and a lot of Apple Festival preview. And we didn't even talk about that today, but we'll start doing that tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right.
And speaking of tomorrow, I believe the Apple Festival Queen and Court will be here, and we'll get to chat with them amongst some other guests. So it'll be a lot of fun.
It will be. It's always, of course, as you know, a very, very special week in Jackson.
Yes, it is. And just remember, if you're trying to get to downtown, just pack your patience. It will be fine.
That's right.
Just leave a little bit of extra time.
You might have to walk a block or 2 or 3, but it's not going to kill you.
You know what, though? There's a whole lot of good food along the way that you can grab, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we do need to get out of here for the day. Thank you, Pete, for stopping by. Thanks to all of our other guests for being here this morning. It was a lot of fun. And we'll be right back here in the morning with the Apple Festival Queen and Court. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.